Hi, here's the Dow again. It's the 20th of February 2010, and I'm just going to try and do another vid for you guys that's in high def. Okay. Basically the thing we're looking at is the March lows here, okay, to the head and inverse head and shoulders highs of around about 1100. Well, it's about 1200, nearly getting to 1300. Okay. The thing to be aware of, you've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and then we will move this across so you can see wave 4, which we've just made a wave 4, and now I'm about to zoom into the chart, which shows that we've had a capitulation low, and that happened when the 30-day moving average crossed the 50-day moving average, which I thought was some concern. Okay, so we had an atom all the way down to here, we had a round bottom eve beforehand, and now we've had another eve up here, so that's a pretty considerable low. Okay. The other thing to bear in mind is we were talking about candlesticks on the blog, and if you haven't been following, I've had a blog going, so basically the thing there with that, go back and have a look at that. If we add these last three candles together, we get two white soldiers. Okay, and then with the third here we have another white soldier, so that's three white soldiers, so that's pretty much bottom. Also, when I was saying that when this 30-day moving average crossed, I anticipated it to cross here and then turn back up, and because we had that little flatten out line here on the 14-day moving average, I expected the 7-day moving average to come back up through it, which it's done. Okay, the thing here is what I'm looking at in the future is we're going to have a golden cross on the EMAs, and that's going to be quite powerful, even though this candle here at the moment is a spinning top. And I'll just zoom into that a little bit more. It's a spinning top, but it hasn't confirmed yet, and it'd have to open lower. I wouldn't expect coming down much lower than the 30-day moving average here just to confirm support. That would be basically about it. So I'd be expecting the Dow to open up higher, okay, and for that candle there to be a build up from there, so that would be like an inverted hammer. Okay, so basically the thing here with these happening, with these MAs crossing here, they might come up, hit these here, and then do a little bit of sideways, but really for me I can't really see that at the moment. The only other thing I've noticed on the chart is we've got a cup forming. Okay, so we've got a cup up to these levels, so if this pattern plays out, it could come up here, do a double top. If it does a double top up here, it could come down and retest the bottom, but it could just come down 50% of the cup, or even a little bit less, which would be around these levels here, form a handle, and then that would go up and break through the top, and it'd be a very bullish pattern, and we could see ourselves back up into where we think wave 5 is going to be, around the 1300 high 1200s. Okay, so something to bear in mind there, and I'd be looking at that. Okay, the other thing is our MACD still has further to go on the daily chart. Our SCOTH on the daily chart is trying to do a turn, so if it does, it's only going to be 1 or 2 days off, so I'm not all that worried about it, and I'm not even going to believe in it. Our short entries and our short exits haven't triggered a sell yet on the daily chart. Okay, I noticed that the DEMA has bounced. Okay, and it's up to 53. 54 is a buy. I've got this line here at 55 at the moment. I'll just bring that back down later to about 54. And once it goes through that, that will trigger another buy. Okay, so the next thing to look at is the weekly chart. Dow weekly. March low. Okay, we have this green line here. We have this green line here. We have another green line here. We've had some in between, but the amazing thing about this is we have a bullish candle here. We have a bullish candle here. We have a bullish candle there. Okay, so let's have a look at the INDs and see what they're saying. Also, there's our inverted head and shoulders, which would complete at around about the 200-day moving average. So bear that in mind. That could be a little top there. This here is a target. It could go through that target. Okay, but to me, I'm thinking the bulls are back in town and the Dow is looking very bullish. We notice here that on the weekly, MACD is just crossing back up. Okay, it could go as high as here, or it could go up to this line here. Okay, so it's got room to move, but it's a very encouraging sign. The other thing to look at is the SCOTH hasn't turned yet, but it's always a slow indicator, and I don't really believe in it, to be perfectly honest. It's down around the 40 and 30, 40s range. One would expect it to turn around the 20, 25s, 20s. There's still more time to go with that. The thing that I do believe in, though, is the DEMA, and the DEMA has turned up again at this range here, which is around about 50. This is where I said it may bounce around here on this line, and I was pretty bloody right. I've got to have a skite every now and then. But there you go. The only other thing to look at here is with this particular bounce here is on the short entries, okay, and the short exits, how far they have come down from the DEMA. So well and truly oversold. Okay, look at last time it happened. Okay, was they produced that green line, this green line, and that green line. Let's just go back and have a look and see where on the chart they were, and you'll be pretty amazed, wasn't it? It was the bounce in March, and it was at wave 2. Now we've got another one at wave 4. So I'm expecting a fast bounce up and a bullish bounce up. It could happen, which is not a usual wave 5, but it could happen. So that could be a blow off top, and then it could do an ABC down, or it could just keep on going, in my opinion. Let's just see what happens. At the moment, let's just have a look at the monthly chart, and I'd be thinking a blow off top would be along the way, for the simple reason we've had a nice bounce off the 14-day moving average here. The 30-day moving average is acting as resistance at the moment. I think this could probably go through it. Do bear in mind this is not the end of the month yet. Okay, but the thing to look at also is these are support lines from the past. Okay, and so it's the 7-day moving average. So I'm expecting a wave 5 up around about here on the monthly chart. Okay, that'd be 1300s, 1200s, somewhere around about there. Anyway, quickly have a look at the indicators on the monthly, and they're getting pretty close to the top. They could still go right up to here, and this is monthly charts, so they do take some time. As I said on the blog, this is flattening out here. Now it's starting to turn up, so anything could happen from there. Okay, and the SCOTH is still getting up there, but that's all from me. Looks like the bulls are back in town.